What's up, gamers? Hello, everybody. It's your Cryptid here. We are doing another special Saturday stream. We're gonna be doing some more 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. We got our first ending last week, and now we're working towards our second ending. We want to try and get all the endings, I think, and then eventually the true ending, which will hopefully answer all of our questions. But hello, everybody. Game Guy, congrats on first. Insomniarg, congrats on second. And Kitty, congrats on third. I always want to say Insomniarg like a pirate, like Insomniarg. Hello, everyone. Ariel, thank you for the worky lurky. Thank you. Ariel says, you're a true ending. Ah, shucks. Thanks. But we will continue our playthrough. We are... the shower room. Okay, if you say so. Kitty says, I read the wiki and was confused by the synopsis, but I'm excited to see it in practice. Oh. This will be a learning process for us all. We'll figure out what's going on. Oh, we're opening the toilets. The dividing wall that separates the toilets. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that stuff up. Oh, keycard. The red keycard. Oh. Anything else in here? The tank where the red card was. Nothing here now. The lid for the toilet tank. Alright. There's nothing in the toilet, thank God. If there was, that would be gross. A skinny shelf. Anyone who's ever played Fallout, in the Fallout games, they like to put items in toilets sometimes, but they also put water that you can drink in the toilets. So if you're not careful while you're trying to pick up items, you just start drinking the toilet water. It's a bad time. Some pipes. They're connected to the tank on the toilet. What about this one? It's a water tank for a toilet. I've seen a lot of OC guys trying to hide a piece in something like this. OC? Usually for a 187 or something. I guess they think it's clever. Don't know when they'll figure out everybody else thinks it's clever too. Huh? I mean, I know piece, but what's an OC? Obviously original the character? Organized crime. What is that, some kind of police slang? Huh? Probably? Huh? What'd I say? Why does he look all sad now? That's not really important right now, guys. Let's just check it out, alright? This is actually interesting because when Boo Bear played, Boo Bear has also played the game a bit, because we're all playing this for my game club that I'm in, which is like a book club but for video games. So we're all playing it and then talking about like our little routes through the game. And he actually thought that Seven might be an undercover cop or something. So this is kind of like backing up that theory. Let's just check it out, alright? Well, he's not wasting any time. Oh yeah, screwdriver. Love getting a screwdriver in escape room games. He's totally a cop. The toilet's tank. There's nothing in it. Ah, hello Amelia. Hello, welcome. Your first time joining the Fangy stream. Truly the cryptid is elusive. Yes, I'm a very sneaky, stealthy cryptid. They'll never catch me. But welcome. Happy to have you here. Oh, you probably won't stick around long because you plan to eventually play this one, but it's good to be here. Oh, I totally get that. I often have to avoid streams that my friends are playing because I want to play the game eventually. That happens to me a lot. This means we can't flush the toilet. It's kind of hard to flush a toilet without water. Interesting, there's no water in this one. Eh? Is it cleaner? What do you think this is? It looks like tar. It's kind of sticky. Don't touch it! I don't think we can just wipe this off. I doubt just pouring some water on it's gonna help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe that would wash it off? Huh. Is there a secret code in the toilet? Some pipes. They're connected to the tank on the toilet. There's some toilet paper on the shelf. Yeah, the ghost bear, he's not always here. He's just here sometimes. That's Boo Bear. He is the ghost of a bear that I ate, and now he's haunting me. And then this little one down here is Cinder. She is my Pomeranian. I'm hungry! Ah, thank you for the sub, Aura. Thank you. Yummy, yummy. 3 years of Twitch bucks. Thank you for the 36 months. Thank you for the 3 years. I gotta get that 3rd year pin at some point going. This light bulb provides light for this room. A shelf. But there's nothing on it. We went up here already. I got something from the box, I remember. What did I get from there? But Aura, thank you. Thank you for supporting me for so long. Aura's one of my longest viewers, actually. Aura was here before I became 2-dimensional. I used to have 3Ds, but now I only have 2. Okay, luminol. This is that stuff they use at crime scenes. We got luminol. We got a broom. We got toilet paper. We got a screwdriver. Combine. What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Do you have to click around there and everything to find stuff in this game? Yes, you do. Yep. Yeah. That's just how these kind of games usually go. Broom wrapped in toilet paper. What does it say? Looks like symbols more than words, doesn't it? I want to inspect it more. Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 634 plus. So is this another digital root situation? So 13 plus something maybe? I don't know. Why'd you downsize your dimensions? Or do you mean IRL to VTubing? Yeah, originally I had no cam, then I had a dog cam, then I had a face cam, and then I swapped to VTubing. I've been all over the place. 634 plus, huh? It's a red card. Probably a key card. Do you remember if you saw a card reader anywhere around here? You might not play your terrible adventure games. Yeah, it's kind of like a point-and-click adventure, escape room kind of thing. A stack of toilet paper. Whee! I want this bucket. Aw, heck yeah. What if I combine this with my bucket? No. Hey, Shy! Hello, hello! Happy Saturday! A thick pipe that stretches across the floor. Yeah, when you play these kind of games, you gotta enjoy clicking on stuff. Oh! Huh? It looks like there's something down there on that grate. It is almost time for PAX, yeah! What do we got, like, 3 weeks left, maybe? 2 or 3 weeks? I think it's a card. Yeah, it's the blue card. I can't reach it, though. Good afternoon, Shadow. Hello, welcome back. It's too deep. Oh, I can just lift the grate off. Hey, Junpei. Ah! Ow! The bits hurt! Thank you, Aura. Thank you. You miss actual Fangy. Nope, I'm an anime now. I finally achieved my lifelong dream of becoming an anime girl. Also, congrats on the 35 stream watch streak, Shadow! Hey JD, hello. Welcome. I should have given JD a heads up because JD's got a crazy long stream streak. And I didn't put this stream on the schedule today. This stream's kind of impromptu. I didn't mention it yesterday during yesterday's stream, but I didn't put it on the schedule. It was unplanned. Yeah, it looks similar. You're talking about the one we found in the toilet, right? Yeah. The red card floated, didn't it? Yeah, it did, so... Well, then this blue one probably floats too, right? Float. Yeah, it might. But isn't the bottom... The bottom's a grate too, so if I dump water, it's just gonna go down the pipe, won't it? A clock. That's not a clock. Temperature? It's a thermometer. Can you get it off? Nah. It's screwed onto the wall. Oh, screwed onto the wall, you say?
Hey, Junpei.
Oh, voice acting.
You know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden.
Oh, okay. That's cool. A little creepy. What's a stream streak? So Twitch has this like concept called like a watch streak. So basically, if you watch streams in a row, so like if you don't like if a streamer has a stream each day and you don't miss any of them, then you get like a watch streak, a stream streak. Hey Scott, hello, good afternoon.
It's like when you hard boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg.
I love hard-boiled eggs. You know this random info, Santa, right? Like, that's sus. Why do you know this? This is like murderer knowledge.
In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Oh yeah?
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high.
A fever? Oh, this is interesting because June's been having a fever throughout the entire game.
Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107.
So we gotta take this thermometer and we gotta stick it on June's head.
Of course, there are other external things that could.
Also, congrats on the 200 watch streak, JD. Impressive indeed.
Like what?
I feel like JD's shown up for more streams than I have, and I'm the streamer. You've had one get to 102 when you got real sick as a kid? Yeah.
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna.
Knocked in a sauna, huh?
Or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Wow, I can't imagine why you're bringing that up, Santa. That happened to us in one of the other endings.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Junpei's like, I'm sure there's absolutely no reason you're bringing this up, and this is not foreshadowing whatsoever.
All right, I got it! Huh? What's up?
Aura says, I used to have really high fevers when I was a boy and died once. But you got better? Wait. I can't tell. Or you're joking, right? You did not die. Hey, wait, let me resync my model real quick. I think I still have the tracking on from when we were doing the drawing stream. My model keeps like looking down for some reason. Not a joke? You got better? How did you... What do you mean you died? Did they have to use those, what do they call it? Those shock thingies they put on people? And they go, clear! What is that called? A defibrillator. A defibrillator. One of those? Did they use that? Uh-huh. What's up?
Nothing. Forget about it.
What was that all about?
It's called foreshadowing, Junpei. Does it say open here? Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means. Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open? Oh, that's cool. I see, so we gotta heat this up. JD says those are for when your heart is beating, not when it stops. Really? I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was like if your heart stops, they use that to make it start again. Amelia says defibrillators fix irregular heartbeats, not stopped hearts. The restarting a heart is a common Hollywood misconception. I've been lied to! I've been lied to by the movies! I already checked all 3 toilets, you know? Nothing unusual there. So he says, but can we believe him? Lock? It looks like the red light is off. Yeah, and it still says lock. Lock, huh? There's a blue light right next to it, but it's off. Swing. Okay. The red light's on, Jumpy. Alright, then we gotta get the blue key card. Alright, well, you know what? I think we have to use some toilet water. Might have to use the back here, okay. But I can't fit the bucket in there, can I? The tank where the red card was. Nothing here now. Nothing unusual about this toilet. Oh, you know what? I think there were showers. There were showers. Don't mind the blood, everybody. Don't mind it. Roxanne, because the red light district? I never knew that's what the song was about until people told me. It's also a misconception about you only get 1 phone call in jail. Really? Every jail has their own rules. Huh. Hey, Seven, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Ah, okay, sure thing. I feel like this is the most complicated room I've found yet. Whoa! Look! I can turn it upside down, the water doesn't come out. Amazing! You don't trust the cryptid telling you to ignore the blood? What? Why wouldn't you trust me? I'm a very trustworthy cryptid. The blue card, it might float in the water. A drain. There's a blue card in it. Aw. But the water. The water. We need to flood this somehow. Alright, well, let's try this one toilet. There's something that looks like tar in the toilet bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Okay, so we gotta, back it up a little bit. Hey! There we go. You ate a bear? Yeah, so? You're not a bear, are you? There's nothing to be worried about. Alright, so I just pour the hot water into this tank and... looks like you filled it. Now you should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere on the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's flush the hot water. Well, there it goes, just like the toilet should work. 185 equals. So it was like 64 something plus 185 equals. Huh, so we have a code now. Okay, okay. Let me read this again real quick. 634 plus... wait, I'm gonna put this in chat. 634 plus... and then what was it, 185? 185 equals... okay. Math. We have a calculator in game, actually. But I think it might just be for calculating the digital root. Can I just do regular math? Oh, I can. 634 plus 185 equals 819. And then if we want to make the digital root of it, it's 18, which becomes 9. All right. Oh, but maybe I just need the number. 819. Okay, let's try 819 in the key pass thingy, key code thingy. 8. Nothing happens when I press the buttons. I guess I have to get the red and blue lights to turn on first. Curses! Alright, so we gotta figure out how to do the flooding. It's nice to know the thing has the math skills of a 4th grader. Yeah, isn't it great? Alright. If you turn on the water here, it'll probably come up through the drain. Beep. Did I do it right? Really hot water comes out of the shower. I get the feeling it might be useful for something else. Did it work? No? I don't understand the pipe system, really. So I guess we want to get the water over here. So... Alright, I've got 6 handles here. Each one's got 3 positions, left, center, and right. Would this make it all go to the right? And then this we want to go down? Would that be correct? I don't understand. I don't understand plumbing. When handles are in line with the pipe, they are open. So isn't this what I would want then? Because I want these all to be closed? I just want this one open, right? But what is left and right versus down then? Maybe we just open everything. Oh no. Oh no. Help. Left, center, and right. What does it mean? I mean, water's still coming out of all of them. It says. Oh, I should spray the luminol on this. Wait. You don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. But maybe I should try it just in case. Spritz, spritz, spritz. Spritz, spritz, spritz. Okay, I've sprayed the luminol on the wall. What's next? LLR, LRL. LLR, LRL? Left, left, right, left, right, left. Remember this. Left, left, right. Wait. Okay, wait. Left, left, right. Left, right, left. Alright. Ah, thanks, JD. There were secret letters. In chat, it sounds like we're Murloc, doesn't it? We're like... Alright, so left. Left. Right. And then... Left, left, right, left, right, left. Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this drain's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. So the blood was actually part of the puzzle. Who knew? Jumpy, the cart is floating. It looks like water flowed the cart up to the top of the drain. There must be water flowing through the pipe on the right. There's water pouring out of the drain. The blue key card. Heck yeah. Swipe! Great job, Jumpy! Both of the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password. 8. Both lights are on. We should be able to enter the password now. What's with these E and C cards? E means enter and C means clear, I think. So after you put in the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C. 8. 8, 1, 9, enter. 9. What? But we did the math. 634 plus 185, it was... Wasn't it 819? We did the math! 634 plus 185 equals 828. Did I type it wrong last time? Oh no, I typed it wrong this time. 634 plus 185 equals 819. Isn't that what I tried to put in? Leading 0? Oh yeah, you're right, because there's 4 spots. 0, 8, 1, 9, enter. What's the meaning of this? I guess let me double check my numbers. Let's make sure I didn't typo. 185. Yeah. 634 plus 185. I mean, that's what we wrote. Unless they want us to do the digital roots or something. Hexadecimal? I don't think so, though, because this is a different room. Maybe there's another number. Oh, you're right, because we still have this thermometer, don't we? Wait a minute, we still need to use this thermometer for something. I bet Aura's right. Oh, wait, let's try dunking the clock in here. Okay, maybe not. Okay, let's try the clock on the shower head. Yeah, if I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe. Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Yep, it looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it's at the open mark. Huh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. 957. Oh. Okay, wait. 634. Wait. 634 plus 185 plus 957 equals 1776. Okay, wait. Let's try that. Woohoo! Cool. I want to check the digital roulette real quick. 3. Freedom! You found it!
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look. Huh? What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
He loves leaving doors open.
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
He's a smart feller.
Jumpy, look!
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's
Oh, new
a
map.
map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
But what's on the other side?
What the?
You're shitting me. We're back.
Yeah?
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay. Lotus? What are you...
Because there were the 3 numbered doors. There was 7, 3, and 8. And all of them led back to the same spot.
How could you do this to us?
Knock it off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. So long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
You might want to warn them, Seven.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
That's mean. He should warn them.
Fine, let's go.
Why would you not warn Clover? Oh my
My
god.
goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though. Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Very well.
Because on the other side in that room is Clover's dead brother.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
But how would he have gotten in there, huh? Huh, Seven? You can't explain that.
First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it. Alone. And waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up.
Welcome. Is it Adame Kiryu? Welcome.
He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
You're off lunch with the wife. Have fun. Enjoy your foods, or how are you? I'm doing good, Kiryu. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Oh, Adam E. Kiryu. The E stands for Evan. Oh, okay, gotcha. Welcome, Adam.
The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in,
Kablammers.
that happened.
You proposed to your girlfriend? Did she say yes? I assume she said yes if you're doing super good.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a
Congratulations.
single killer.
Yeah, that means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were
Correct.
all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Now we already know who did it because we played through one route already.
Yeah, that means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually?
I can't just be anybody because the math might not work out, right? Could everyone get through door 3 with Snake?
You're implying that one of us is a killer.
JD said unless someone different did it in this route. Could be.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven?
If Seven's a cop, is he intentionally hiding it by lying about having amnesia? Or does he actually have amnesia?
What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner. And those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Now see, we've done this before. Novel screen. We've done this before. I'm wondering...
Otherwise, we'll end up...
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Let's see. There's keys here. So this is the route we took last time, down this middle. And this time it looks like we're going down here. Oh, so it's a separate branch here, so there might be new content in here.
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Yeah, maybe.
Good question.
Junpei hadn't really considered that.
If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Junpei. Was Zero still on the ship with them? Yeah, of course. Of course he was. That was obvious.
But I don't...
Zero was somewhere on the ship, but Junpei had no idea where. Junpei mumbled to himself, lost in thought.
Where could Zero be hiding?
In plain sight. Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise, and moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor as she spoke, and her voice was a cold monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
What? Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rustling of breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of their jailer. But who? Was he one of them? That's crazy talk. So the grayed out one is the one I've chosen in the past, right? So let's try picking different stuff this time.
That's crazy. Isn't this ship going to sink in a few hours? If Zero was here with us, he'd be putting himself in danger. Why the hell would he do something
We got a
like that?
barky girl today.
There's no motive.
Clover looked up at Junpei and her face fell.
You don't believe me.
Her eyes were so pitiful. The moment Junpei's met them, he felt his heart tighten. He didn't think what he said was wrong. You know, I've always thought she was wearing... I thought she was wearing, headphones. But I wonder if these are earmuffs. Perhaps the way he said it had been wrong. He'd been too insensitive. Clover had just lost her brother. His death would have been bad enough, but she'd also seen the blasted wreck of his body. Junpei barely knew him, and the sight had been enough to make him sick. What Clover had felt, you can begin to imagine. Yeah, maybe you guys should have warned her not to look in there. In the mental state she must have been in, it was understandable that she would look at those around her with suspicion. She felt everyone was against her. The least Junpei could have done was try to understand what she was feeling. He felt ashamed of what he'd said. Perhaps he thought, I should apologize. But before that apology could begin...
Clover,
Clover, I understand what you're feeling. You don't feel that you can trust any of us.
Ace had beaten Junpei to the punch. As he spoke to Clover, his face was calm and friendly.
But you have to understand. The more we distrust one another, the further we fall into our true foe's trap. Zero was the one who did those horrible things to your brother.
Right.
Do you want to let yourself be manipulated by someone who would do such a horrible thing?
Clover didn't answer. She didn't even look at Ace. The whole time her eyes were on Junpei. He could feel Clover's eyes boring into him. They were the color of a deep winter lake. Junpei saw no suspicion in them, only sadness. Then, in that horrible silence... Bum. They heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. 7. Clover, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
7 and Clover remained silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Ace's words put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were going.
our next destination is Mercury.
I think we're gonna need a bigger ship.
Here we go.
They stood in front of the elevators next to the stairs that led to the casino in the kitchen. Hey, Cubic! Yeah, we're doing more 999 today. We're going towards our second ending. Between the two elevators was a card reader with a Mercury symbol engraved on it. Junpei stood in front of it with the Mercury keycard.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
He took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. It made a small beep, and the lights on the reader blinked to life. Guys, don't you think this thing is weird right here? Isn't this symbol weird? It's weird, right? It's like a weird Cthulhu.
Now we can go.
7 people, including Junpei, climbed onto the elevator.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed.
Time to head down then.
Junpei hit the bottom button. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped off the elevator and onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end, but not a regular dead end.
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, it's door 2.
Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
Me, pick me! The first to speak up was 7.
I'll go too.
Then I suppose I need to go too then.
Junpei followed suit, which meant Lotus was, by default, the 3rd member. 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 20. 2 plus 0 equals 2.
All right, we're taking off.
Okay, please be careful.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married, you know that?
Oh,
Jun blushed. So did Junpei.
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. We hadn't seen each other for years before this. The door opened. As I'd come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
All right, let's go.
Lotus was the first through the door.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
Oh, there it is! It's right there!
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. 7 and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
Yeah, I mean, the dead isn't supposed to be a puzzle. It's just like a... It's just like making sure that they didn't, like, kick anybody out or anything.
We should finish
Or
this
sneak
game
anybody
before
else
imminent
in.
death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
All right.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
I
But
can
it's got
do
a metal
math,
plate
7.
over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room himself, 7 spoke.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
7 nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. Who went through door 2 last time? I think definitely someone did. I feel like all 3 doors got used. But I guess, is that possible with only 7 people? It's not, right? Because each door requires 3 people, right? So maybe not. Emergence. Not emergency, emergence. Seek a way out. There's a door in the back. I wonder where it goes. I thought of that and I tried a couple things, but yeah, same result. I guess 7 wasn't about to do anything. Oh well. There are a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergence. Maybe it means we need to emerge out of here. Emergence. It probably means to emerge or to escape from here. Do we need to do something with these tiles to open the door? Can't seem to be able to interact with them. It's gonna have to wait. What the heck is that? What the hell is this supposed to be? Like a drawing of a whirlpool or something? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. There's a little tile in the drain. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of there. We might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Huh, looks like the water doesn't work. It doesn't matter how much 7 turns that thing. No water's coming out. Has the water been shut off from somewhere else? Let's see. There's a drawing on the mirror that looks like a spring. There's a partition here. Maybe it's for privacy? A toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. Well, this part's thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. This rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple turns. Here we go. Screwdriver shaft. Huh. Well, it looks like the rod came out easily enough, but I don't think the rest is going anywhere. Junpei did room 6? Yeah, I think I did 6 when I played it previously. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose? You think it'll come off if you pull on it? It fell off. Huh. Look at this. That handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. So if I just stick this metal rod into this handle... Screwdriver! A sun? A symbol on a toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Dang, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Huh. There's way nastier stuff out there in the world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? So maybe we need to put light on the toilet and water in the sink? There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Remove it! Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I'd want to sleep there. Why is there a bed in the bathroom? Oh, this is a prison. I think this is a prison. This chair's pretty old. If 7 sat on it, it'd probably break. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. This thing's really simple. Is it really a desk? Well, of course it's gonna be simple. I mean, it's probably like that so we don't try and use it as part of the puzzle, right? You probably use a desk to write letters to your family or something, but this is a boat. I bet the only thing they used this for was eating off of. Huh? What the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank this thing out. What would I use a drawer for? I already took the drawer out of this desk. Next room. Somebody made some wavy blue lines in the mirror with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. I mean, that looks like water too. There's no knob on this faucet. There's no way we can get water out of it like this. If we can find a knob or something that'll work as one, then we should be able to get water to come out of this thing. This drain is kind of a weird shape for a drain. Hey Solo, hello, hello, happy Saturday. Do you think they made it that shape for a reason or just for fun? Maybe we can get the knob from the other bathroom? This wall, is this supposed to be some kind of partition? What do they think this is? Privacy is important. For these things. Well, it's not like you're gonna use it, Lotus. At least the guards couldn't want you drop a loaf. Gross. Heck, it's better than being totally exposed, right? JD said, since you're on a ship, it's a brig. That makes sense. A towel. It's combining the two pictures. Huh. The bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is the woman's worst enemy. This bed looked even sadder without the pillow. So, it's still a terrible bed. I'd never sleep on a bed like that. So I guess we can't do anything with any of the beds. Ah! Ferocious roar! This looks like a chair for prisoners. It's rusty, but I don't think it's going to be a lot of help. Thank you, kitty! Isn't that obvious? Look, I don't want to touch anything unless I have to. Lotus is not having this. Does she really not want to be in this room that bad? There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right though. That handle on the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Give me the handle. If I use this screwdriver on the screw on the center of the handle, maybe I can... JD, I never said that. I think you dreamed it. Oh, I took the drawer out, but nothing happened. Of course. There's no way you could hide a puzzle in something that small. Yeah, I know, still. Still seems like they might try to. Huh? What's that? It looks like there's something. Huh? It looks like there's something in there. Darn, no dice. Doesn't matter what angle I go at it from. I can't see anything in there. What's he talking about? Was he making a joke? I wonder why this one's white on the bottom and this one isn't. Hello, Abby. Hello, hello. It sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Okay, so we swapped the drawers. Oh, now we get a little tile. What is this tile for? Red, blue, gray, several lines in each color. What does it mean? Your guess is as good as mine. Alright. Alright, we got some potential here. This drain has a really weird shape for a drain. Pop it in! So these sinks, they're on opposite sides of the wall, right? No, it's not just the sinks. Everything's opposite, like a mirror image. So? That's normal if you're both using the same water pipes, right? we'll put the knob on. Sweet, the handle I got off the drawer fits onto the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Well, thank you, Mr. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Is the drain clogged? It looks like a lot of the water isn't draining out of the sink. The sink is totally filled with water. Let's go back to the first room. Now we have the yellow tile. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
What the?
He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
He has told us that he has amnesia, but he hasn't seemed sick in the first playthrough at all. He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs. Yeah, it's giving June. Yeah. Maybe a different person gets sick each time?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off of his face and staining his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally, he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
His words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
He shook his head several times as if trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Oh?
Huh?
So was he also a previous player then?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi. Like Nona.
Nona? Nona? Like 9? Like Nonary? That's a suspicious name. Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words that Junpei didn't understand. Ow is blue. Light is obviously related to the toilet with the sun. And Nona's 9. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he'd said.
What the hell was that?
Like, I don't think so. Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. Then suddenly he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
Oh?
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
So is he referring to Ace's company? Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared at Seven. As Seven continued.
Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean.
Kids?
I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names.
Was Seven also a kid at the time?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly about the room. Or maybe he was like a detective that was investigating? He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Okay.
Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei.
Huh?
Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise, and he began to mumble to himself again.
The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei couldn't contain himself no longer.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay.
Seven drew a large muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got
So Boo
kidnapped
Bear
9
called
years
that
ago.
then. So that's good, Boo Bear.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Okay, so the previous no-nary game was all kids then. Because 9 years ago is when Zero said his sister... No, wait. Sienta said his sister died 9 years ago. And we knew that there was a no-nary game 9 years ago.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all
16?
just disappeared. Nobody knew why.
That's not 9. Missing. Where have these 16 boys and girls disappeared to?
It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, half is 8. So was it 2 games of 8 instead of 9? The Octary games?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it. That's why I went to the wharf.
Oh dang, you got a gun. We got kids in bags. That's not where kids are supposed to go.
From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about.
That mysterious voice. Was that our voice, do you think? Kinda sounded like Junpei a little. I think, at least.
There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried.
Yeah, don't like that, don't like that. Don't like it when bags move.
No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. Did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was
Oh,
my
I
last
kinda thought we already had a 420 quote. I guess not.
My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
Yeah, was he a participant? Would they let him participate when everyone else was kids?
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it.
They might have just kept him in
Shit,
prison
my
or
head
something.
hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked.
Yeah, I didn't see a bracelet, but it could be under his sleeve.
Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh?
Hurry over here. Okay, coming?
No, it was several. I hear 5, or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
What's going on now, maybe?
Left. It's coming from under the
Or where do we
bed.
go now?
I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The
Ooh.
hole in the wall was covered by a metal
I don't think
grate.
he can fit in there.
I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
7 has been sent to juvie.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I feel like that voice is Junpei. It's like Junpei, but like a cold Junpei.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it.
Wouldn't he be like, oh, you're right, yeah. Junpei would be too young then, probably. Because this should be the game that Snake was in, right? So Snake would have been a child. And Snake and Junpei are probably similar ages.
And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face. So I wiped it off and crawled inside.
It's big enough for him to fit in? An adult man? That's a big air vent. Junpei waited for 7 to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that 7 had no intention of doing so. He'd gone silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank.
Hey. What happened after that?
He'd waited long enough. Well, so if 7 was a cop 9 years ago, if he was already a cop, he's probably, I mean, he's probably in his 40s or something, I would think. But 7 shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, 7? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me.
Yeah, so Junpei probably would have been like a teenager. 9 years ago, I would think.
I've got this feeling.
I've got a feeling. Hey, Bozo. Or Banana. Oh, no. Should I stick with Bozo? I feel like everyone else calls you Bozo. But I feel mean saying it. I'll say hi, Banana. I can't decide. But how's 99 going? It's going good. We are learning new things.
I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Maybe that was Santa's sister?
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. Seven's head dropped, and Junpei saw on it a look of sadness, the likes of which he'd never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly, as if he were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay? I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said?
Junpei left Seven to pull himself together, and instead began thinking everything over.
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before? Apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all.
And they were trying to figure out how to control people?
They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They had been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got.
Maybe Nona is the sister that died, Santa's sister who died, and then Santa is Zero, and then he made the Nonary game after her.
Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop.
Just popping in quickly? Okay, nice to have you here, Banana, even if it's just for a little bit.
I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago?
For revenge.
And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Before long, Junpei realized he'd spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. Alright, time to go investigate some more beds. That's what I'm hearing. It's a bed without a pillow on it. That's pretty much it. Bro, you gotta look under the bed. We gotta look under there. No? Alright, maybe the third one. This one? It's a blanket. Not a really great one, but still. This light's barely enough to see by. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost here or something. Look under the bed! He literally just told you there's a hole under one of the beds. Why can't I look under them? Ah! I can just barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Should be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. It looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. I wonder if that means anything. What's the deal with the lighting here? There's just this one beam of light. The rest of the place is too dark. I can't see anything. There's no way we can explore the rest of this room. In the other room, the river and the spring went together to solve the puzzle. Does that mean there might be a similar puzzle with this mirror? Well, there's nothing else here apart from the mirror. Maybe I just need to pair something with this mirror. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure since it's so dark here, but I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. The faucet is too hard to turn. I can just barely make out the string for the toilet, but I can't get a hold of it. Darn it! It kind of makes me mad that I can't see it, that I can see it, but I can't touch it. 14 equals E? Oh no, now it's the hexadecimal again. No. It says 14 equals E in red. I think I saw 14 in red somewhere else. Was it on something I'm carrying around with me? Oh, 14, yeah. There is a red 14 there. Now that you mention it. It looks like a dirty toilet, but it's too dark to tell. Toilet paper. It's still bright enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. But there's nothing out of the ordinary about it. The mirror's hanging at the same height as the one on the right. Arg! Gosh darn, no matter how hard I pull on this darn thing, it won't budge. I guess it won't be opening this anytime soon. It doesn't look like it's got a keyhole, and there doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. How the heck am I supposed to open it? This desk is old and rusty. There's a simple chair over where the light doesn't shine. There's a light here too, it looks like. I don't know what to do here. Oh yeah, we can probably use this mirror to reflect the... Oh, is that what Kitty was saying earlier? When Kitty, you said something like, is that a mirror? You were talking about the bottom side of this drawer, weren't you? Now I just gotta figure out where to reflect this light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine light on. So if I shine this light on the mirror and back... I get it! If I shine light on a mirror, symbols appear. The left side has a sun and the right has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. When I shine light on the mirror in the back... Is that a number? 47. So if I shine light on this mirror, then I get to see some numbers. I can see a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. 4 and 7. Okay, it's nice to see the sink lit up, I guess, but all it shows me is the pipe. There's nothing special about the toilet paper. I don't really think I need to bother shining any lights on it. I can see a partition over there, but it seems pretty pointless to bother examining it. I mean, that's everything, right? So we got the number 47 and a sun and a moon. I gotta be missing something here. $47. I'm so confused. We got these tiles. Am I supposed to use the towel somewhere? The drawing on the mirror looks just like this part of the design on the towel. And the design on the towel was a river and spring, right? If the picture on this mirror is a spring and it's talking about the water in the sink... Was it just a hint that the sinks are connected? Forget about the puzzle we already solved. We need to look for new ones. This looks like a toilet. Pretty old school toilet. I guess that makes sense though. This ship seems pretty old too. So it's just like the sun symbol that we saw in the dark room. Yeah, that's right. There was some kind of number hint there too. You think maybe the number was how many times we took a leak? No, it's gotta be how many times we flushed. I wonder, was the sun we saw in the dark room indicating this place? Was the number how many times I need to flush? I guess I should just keep pulling on this thing then. Alright, here goes. Second pull. Third pull. Did you just hear something? I did, but it doesn't look like anything's happened here. Huh. I wonder what that sound was. It must be in one of the other toilets now. Here's the moon one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There's that sound again. It happens whenever I pull that string a couple times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? The other room? You mean from the dark room? This toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to, then I'll do it, alright? This toilet is vile. Unsurprisingly, Lotus refuses to go anywhere near it. There's a moon symbol on it. I refuse to touch this. I refuse! What the hell's wrong with you? I don't want to touch it, ever! It's a very, very old toilet. Apparently, Lotus refuses to touch it, ever. Poor Lotus. Alright, so I guess we go to the dark room. And then maybe that desk will be unlocked now? Is my theory? Well, this drawer opens easily enough. More tiles that say 14. They're all the same. Are they? Yeah, they look the same. Do I need to combine them together with each other? No? What the heck am I supposed to do with these? Alright, took a couple tries, but now I've got you, string. Yes! Now I can pull on it. Huh? Doesn't matter how many times I pull it, there's no flush. I kind of feel like an idiot. I wasted a bunch of time because I was determined to flush a toilet. I can see white toilet paper in the darkness. We got the 14 equals E. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. When I try shining the light on it, it looks like the mirror is put up high so you can reflect light off of it. There's a ray of light in the center of the room. We don't need to shine light on the hint anymore. This mirror is probably put here to reflect what's opposite from it. Yeah, the bottom of the drawer had a mirror, yeah. I didn't realize that's what it was. I just thought it was like painted white. But I see now with the, the lines there, you're supposed to understand that it was a mirror. The toilet won't flush when you pull on the string. So what the heck am I supposed to do here? We got all these tiles. There's nothing left in this desk. Yeah, I used the mirror. I used the mirror with the light. And over here there was a sun and a moon. And over here it said 47. And then we went to the other rooms and we flushed the toilet 4 times and 7 times. Which caused the desk in the third room to unlock. And then we got more tiles. But I don't know what to do with these 4 tiles. Have you taken a closer look at the tile, Junpei? I noticed that the 3 red lines here are actually on top of the other lines. The red lines? Yes. The tile with the 3 colored lines on it, right? Junpei, did you notice this? The red lines. Don't they look like they form a 14? 14, huh? Yeah, I guess it kinda does. Oh! Emergence! We gotta put the tiles on the E's. That's why there's 4 of them. Okay. Well, it looks like we've investigated all of the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. Alright, let's crack that mystery then. We've got 4 tiles. And there are a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall here. So if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we've got, that should open the door. Well, there's only one way to find out. That should do it. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on that tile. If you convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. Basically, the E's in emergence are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives up the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes, let's go. You found it. What about that one door that was like welded shut? Why was that there? They passed through the open door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Oh, I don't like this. No.
What the hell is this
No.
place?
The words had sprung unbidden from its lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. This is like an electrical chair. I don't like that. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
No kidding.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs on the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
I think it's pretty obvious, guys.
Looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
Maybe people in Japan, though, don't know about electric chairs as much. The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel.
Glass panel? Down here?
Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
Should have saved our luminol. On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
Yeah, this is a torture chamber if I've ever seen one. Seek a way out. Woo! We got like ball and chains over here. Red and yellow. You think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that. The bottom of this looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. The needle on the gauge is at 0. It doesn't look like it's going to move. All of the dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them? Huh. Shoot. They're all rusted. I guess turning them doesn't really do anything. There are a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. I wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So I press it again. Back you come. I guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. There's a ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything though. Do you think it's broken? A really creepy chair. The manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Well, we can't open these manacles without a key. There's some sort of weird symbol on them. What kind of symbol? Well, if I've got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. The manacles are still locked in place. They've got a sun symbol engraved on them. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we just gotta adjust the switches to match the blocks up top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the 4 corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. I don't like this. Alright. Whenever you turn on one of the switches, more blocks show up on the screen. So I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out which button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. When all of them are off, there aren't any blocks, right? Then you can see how many each switch adds. Oh yeah, I get it. There's a whole lot of cables coming out of that thing. And it's really kind of a mess. I can barely tell which is which. Let's look elsewhere for a bit. There are a number of ominous looking tools and instruments here. Let's see, we've got an adze and a hammer, a pair of forceps, and these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with the other stuff? Yes, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. Why does the end look messed up? If you have a pair, it's only 2 steps, not 4 steps. Ah. This wrench looks brand new. Considering where we found it, I have to wonder how it was used. Knock it off. I don't want to think about that. You've already seen plenty of things that are a lot more cruel than that. You're unexpectedly sensitive. Come on, let's not talk about stuff that doesn't matter, okay? We need to find somewhere we can use this thing. Whew. I don't think there's anything else here that we need. Okay, so it looks like there's nothing else over here. A set of rusty stairs that lead to the door we came through. What, you wanna go back, Junpei? I wish solving this puzzle was that easy. Hey, this pipe is connected to that thing over in the corner. I imagine there are electrical wires running to that pipe to the device. There's a lot of dust on the light. It makes it look like this room hasn't been used in a long time. And there are a bunch of pipes up near the ceiling. I don't think it's gonna be a puzzle up there. At least I hope not. We can't even reach them. All these cables are running out of the chair. I can't see them very well, but it looks like they're connected to some wires up on the ceiling. There's a lever there. I don't understand the perspective there very well. The cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should be able to get those bolts off with this wrench we just found, though. Sweet, it's open! The hole's too small. You can't see in, even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. I've played Tomb of Annihilation. This is a bad idea. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. The sun key! A key with the sun symbol on it. We should be able to open the other door with this. Yeah, but we gotta get out of this room before we can do that. And we're probably gonna need the sun key to do that. But none of the doors in this room have keyholes. I bet we gotta use it on something that's not a door. Yeah, the manacles. This sun key should fit into the keyhole of the manacles. Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes! Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Yeah, in the old, Tomb of Horrors, I think is what it was called. It's like a really infamous D&D dungeon. And there's a hole you can put your hand in, and there's a spear of annihilation inside of it. A sphere, not spear. Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top, and then press the check button. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What are we trying to do exactly? Are we trying to make the bottom and the top match? Is that what we're doing? So it never removes any, right? Doesn't seem to. When you turn each switch on, the number of blocks goes up. Each switch adds a different number of blocks. If you think about it, all you've got to do is a couple addition problems. If you turn a single switch on and count its blocks, and do that for every switch, it's super easy. But I don't really understand what the goal is. Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top, and then press the check button. So is it saying the number of blocks up here and the number of blocks down here need to match? Is that what it's saying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, dork! 4 and 2. Shouldn't these just have one difference between them? Oh, do some of these put the same ones up there, though? Oh, some of them do the same ones. Because look, both of these have this square. Oh. Yeah, this was originally a DS game, yep. But I'm playing a PC port of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They said it's just an addition problem. But that doesn't work when some of them share squares, right? He said, does it need to be done in order? I don't know. Me when the squares invade my skull. Hey, Jam. A glove, sure thing. Try 3 on? Which 3 though? Let's see, this is 1, this is 2, 3, and 4. We'll do it clockwise. Try 2 bottom, top, right. So this one, and this one. That one's missing 2 over here. Huh? Now the number of missing is different though. So the order does matter? Oh no, it's the same now, okay. Okay, so this side has... Okay, this side is missing 2. And now this side's missing 1. The total if all of them are on? If all of them are on, the top is missing 1. Or no, the bottom is missing 1. It's 19 down here and 20 up here. I don't get it. Try opposite corners. That's 9. No. Yeah, so each switch adds certain squares. But the problem is some of the switches add the same squares. So like this adds the same as this one also adds that. The middle one here. What happens if you try check just to see what happens? Error. How many combinations are there even? No. 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 There's 16 combinations? So if we brute force it, right? So this by itself doesn't do it. But this doesn't do it. But that doesn't do it. But that doesn't do it. This doesn't do it. That doesn't do it. And that doesn't do it. So doesn't it mean we want this one to be off? What if all are off? I like the way you think, kitty. So I think we need this one to be off then? Maybe? No. No. I don't get it. Hey, Monty. Dork says, can you turn all of them on in random orders and see if you get the same result every time? Sure, we can do that. Yeah, so if we turn them all on. I think we always get the same thing where up top it has 8 on the bottom row and this one has 7. That's what we do. Yeah, I think no matter the order. I think the order doesn't matter. Two up top, 4 on the bottom. So now the top is missing 3. Okay, he says, "Hey, just brute force." Yeah, the goal is to have the numbers up top match the numbers down bottom. Like, I think the number of cubes. I am mystified. Yeah, I think they all just add. Give me a hint. Wait, is the hint just telling me the answer? Like, this is what I'm aiming for? Well, that doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so this is 18 up here. And then this is 15. Is it saying this is what the answer is? What? I wish I understood what the goal was. I feel like I don't understand this correctly. I don't understand the puzzle. Like, how is... Is it saying that this is what we want? Alright, I just need to do 4 addition problems here. If I turn a single switch on and count its blocks, and do that for every switch, it's super easy. Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top, and then press the check button. What does it mean match the blocks on top? What is matching here? I don't understand. Unless the hint is just the blocks on top? I don't know. Like match the hint? I'm gonna go mess with the dials and other stuff. Maybe there's more to this puzzle than we realize? We got these. I don't think they do anything right now, though. I said the door will unlock if we complete the experiment. So in other words, we aren't getting out that door until we finish the experiment. Well, let's do that then. As if it's so easy. We don't have any items. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down here I could see through the glass. Because this kind of looks like the hemispheres, kind of. But it's not working. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put into an indentation? I don't know, I mean, why would they do that? And the placement of the chair. You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Maybe the glass is one way. Like they have in a police station, you know? Or maybe it's just covered with something that makes it opaque. Yeah, it doesn't matter how close I get, I still can't see anything. It echoes when I knock on it, though. I wonder if it's hollow. These shackles are just leather straps. I don't think they actually lock. Man, you ain't gonna give up on that thing, are ya? You know we don't got time for stuff like that, kid. Come on, that's why I want to take a good look at it. Think about all the other rooms we've gone through. You never know where you might find a puzzle, you know? We gotta be suspicious of everything. What? Why on earth are you putting your ear to the floor? It's filthy. Huh, that's weird. I think I can hear water down there. I wonder if there's water down there underneath the glass. It's too dark to tell right now, though. I'm just gonna sit in the chair and they can just put me out of my misery. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try and figure out that device over in the corner, at any rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 wires. These cables are really complicated. Does this thing really need all these cables? Maybe they're for adjusting the voltage, you know? If you power just one cable, then the voltage is low. You try on more cables if you want more voltage. If you pump electricity through all 10 cables, that'd probably be enough to electrocute someone. Oh man, just thinking about that scares the crap out of me. Let's try not to do that anymore, okay? Adjust the switches to match the blocks on top, and then press the check button. So does the bottom not matter then or something? But the top doesn't match here. Dork says, is this another Dang It Grandpa? Not exactly. It's kind of like a similar premise in that they're both like death games, but gameplay-wise, pretty different. Just match the hint? I guess. Oh, so this matches the hint. Why is that okay? I don't get it. I don't understand. How are you supposed to... I'm gonna Google this. I do not understand what they even wanted. 999 electric chair puzzle. Because I don't understand what they wanted. Do not Google? Okay, Monty says do not Google. Okay, okay. You'll always get spoilers? Monty, do you understand what this puzzle was? Because we don't understand what this puzzle was. Like, I don't even understand what I was trying to do. It's just additive? I don't understand. Because the top and the bottom didn't match. So it said, match the blocks on top. What does that mean? You just need, but... So the hint was our goal? You think on top is a weird translation thing? Okay. That's so confusing. Adjustment is completed. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, 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 I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, 7's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's gonna run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity? This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we still gotta prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do. Error. The disposal tank is closed. Please fill tank with water. What tank? Aw, man, don't tell me we gotta do something with a water tank. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever it's asking us to do. It looks like the only controls are in this room. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly open up. Well, I guess I might as well try. Let's give it a shot. Nope, no dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. Oh, give me that. You just ain't man enough. Sure, pal, you give it a shot. Let's just see how much more of a man you are. Erg! Urgh. Hey, you're gonna break it. Man, that thing ain't going anywhere. I can see some oil or something down there at the base of the lever. Yeah, it feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pill this one. Oh! Dork says, I know this used to be a DS game. I bet you're right. I bet you're right. So the hint screen was probably the top screen, and then that's totally it, I bet. And they didn't clarify it for the PC version. I bet you're right. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh. Junpei, look. What's she... Oh, dang. I can see through the glass now. EDBF? Is that a whale? There's a couple of letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. It's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever these are for has to be in the room somewhere. E, D, B, and F? Is it another hexadecimal thing? Do we think? Oh, no, wait, it's the buttons. E, D, B, F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Poor shark. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject and device. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
Okay. After her words had made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked towards the chair without hesitation. I like Lotus. All the guys in the game don't like Lotus. I like Lotus. But she did not sit down. Despite what she'd said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters.
She's a mom.
Tell them that I loved them very much. No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Oh, wait, what? Okay, because throughout the whole game, they've been calling her an old lady, and she doesn't look old. But if her kids are our age, and we're like college age, she's got to be like 40s, at least 40s, 50s.
They're twins. I had them when I was young after, well, some things happened.
Well, I guess if she had them when she was young. Still.
Their names are Nona and...
Nona? Whoa, 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 whoa. That was one of the names Seven was talking about.
Wait!
JD said mid-30s? Yeah, but Junpei's like in his 20s, I think.
Nona?
Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told him.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure if he were completely awake.
No way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Kashiwabara? Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious?
Yes,
How is
yes.
this?
Okay, so if she had kids when she was like 15, and Junpei's in his 20s, so she could be like mid-late 30s. That's true.
There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean, that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
What?
So if her kid was one of the subjects of the experiments, wouldn't she know that? Like, wouldn't she know that her kid went missing for a while and, like, have told us or something?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had heard only minutes before, every detail.
But... And then, that was when. From there, it looked like... Just as if, finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared.
Oh, so both of them. Both of her daughters disappeared, and they both survived and came back. But either didn't remember what happened or didn't tell their mom.
Then 9 days later, they came back.
9 days later. Oh, so our experiment is 9 hours. They had 9 days.
They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible.
But so even in the previous one, the number 9 seemed important. But the fact that her name is Nona, that seems like suspicious, doesn't it? Because that's very like 9 themed.
So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
I don't understand like Zero's choice for the people though, because like Snake was a previous victim, Lotus was the parent of one of the victims, Santa was most likely the brother of one of the victims. Like I understand why like Ace would be there, but why was everyone else chosen?
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that?
So her last name was Kashiwabara. I wish I could remember the scene where we had the paper, where Zero was calling out certain people. Were any of them Kashiwabara?
Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just...
Okay, so it sounds like most of the kids came back at least.
Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name.
I don't think all 16 came back though, because 7 said that one of the kids died. Hey Gooey, hello, hello.
7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point.
Okay, okay.
The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital?
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment?
The what's it?
I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital.
Gansfeld.
I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them.
Okay, so this is like a telepathy thing again.
Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Do you think all of the kids were twins too, maybe?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Lotus grunted. 7 had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
Oh, I'm sure it's all connected. Then, in that moment of silence, a cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected.
Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
Alright, Lotus sat down on the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time and then made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. The heck? Huh? What do you want from me? I don't understand. Okay, so some of these need triangle points, I guess? So it looks like we want these top 4 to be triangle-y. Does changing stuff over here affect the other one too? Oh, so if everything's off, the 3 here lit up. Let me turn everything off real quick. Okay, so they do affect each other, it looks like. Ugh, that's annoying. Oh, that looks right there at least. So that one's right. But this one is not. Oh boy. Yeah, it's a lot of combos. It would probably be helpful if I understood the math thing that we were supposed to do for the first one. Okay, well this is correct now. But now it's not. And now it's correct. Understanding math can be useful sometimes. I don't understand. I just don't understand this puzzle. Like, I don't get what we're supposed to be doing, really. Or how we're supposed to do any of it. None of it makes sense to me. Do one on all of them and see what happens? Like this? Like that? Or JD said matching the ones when looking at it from either side. What do you mean matching the ones? The squares? I don't understand how you're supposed to solve it. Like I don't understand problem solving wise how you're supposed to come at it. Go to all off and stop and start left top one and see what they all look like. Okay. That's off. 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 Okay. So it turns the top two here. And then two on the bottom here. Got a pen and pad? No, I don't. I guess I can go grab one. I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. I have a pen and paper, and I ate a cookie super fast. I was like, thank you, Shadow. Thank you. Alright. Kitty said, if you start with the combos that don't include things being turned off, you'll only have 16. Alright, so... How do we do this? Are we gonna, I guess we should write down our ideas first before we do it. So you can do 1, 1, 1, 1. You could do 1, 2, 1, 1. You could do 1, 1, 2, 1. You could do 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay. Then you could do... Oh, geez, Louise. A glove? Okay, sure thing, Jem. 1 second. You gotta drink milk with the cookie. But I just have water. Hopefully that's good enough. Alright. Alright, so that's... Okay. And then we could do... 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 2. And then... 1, 1, 2, 1. Oh, wait, I already did that one. Alright. Wait, is that it then? Is that all the options if you start with 1? No, because you could also have 1, 1, 2, 2. Right? And you can have 1, 2, 1, 2. Is that all of them? Katie says there should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got 8. Okay. So we want to try these first? Let's try that. Okay. So we'll just go in order. So I think we already did 1, 1, 1, but we'll check it again to be safe. 1, 1, 1. Check. Alright, so I'll cross that off. And then we have 1, 2, 1, 1. So we make this a 2. Nope. We have 1, 1, 2, 1. No. 1, 1, 1, 2. Nope. Yeah, there's a lot of combinations, which is why I feel like there's probably a technique to solving it, but I don't know what that technique is. I don't get it. Alright, so we did 1, 1, 1, 2. And then we have 1, 2, 2, 1. Nope. 1, 2, 2, 2. Nope. 1, 1, 2, 2. Nope. Hey, Clifford! Hello! Cliff, we're in bad shape. We're in bad shape, Cliff. Do you know how to do this puzzle? Because none of us know how to do this puzzle, and we're just brute forcing it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now that'd be telling. Alright, so none of those worked. Okay, so then we try putting the 2 in front. So then we have 2, 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1. 2, 1, 1, 2. 2, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 1, 2, 2. 2, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so we'll try these. JD said, why isn't off using any of the combos? Because we're just trying without that first. Blueberry says, explain the puzzle. The puzzle is that we're supposed to match this. So we need the triangle ones here, and these ones we need to not have triangles. So like down here, this is wrong because they have the little pointy bits. And we gotta make it match by like pressing buttons. And we don't understand it. JD said, what does pressing the buttons do? It turns on certain squares. It turns them into little pointy bits. Alright, so 2, 1, 1. Nope. 2, 2, 1, 1. Or no. 2, 2, 1, 1. It's 2, 2, 1, 1. Brute force prevails. And I still don't know how you solve it. Well, we'll look it up eventually. The experiment has concluded. The door will now unlock. I can hear the door unlocking. And now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus, are you alright? Yes, I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Hold on, I'll get you out right away. Shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here. Let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is not for me. Darn straight. I don't ever want to see this thing again. Freedom! You found it! But did we really?
The hallway goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Right.
Isn't that a door at the end? It turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C deck.
In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. The elevator motor ground away, and before long they found themselves once again on C deck. The door opened and they stepped off.
Huh?
They'd expected to find 4 other people waiting for them. There were none.
No one's here.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
I mean, why would you assume that they would finish before us? Maybe they took longer. Lotus shrugged. Something in the pit of Junpei's stomach stirred. He tried to forget the feeling and took off down the long hallway before him.
Hey, Junpei!
We should follow him.
Seven and Lotus followed at a run. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door, and I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
That was why they ran for the central staircase. They had run for quite some time when they arrived at the door that ended the hallway. Junpei stopped.
All right, time to open this.
He laid his hand on the doorknob, his breathing heavy. Seven laid a hand on his arm.
Hold on a sec there.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet, right?
There's the Jupiter symbol engraved over the keyhole.
That's...
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
Seven was right. They had no Jupiter key.
Then we can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop...
Frustrated, he twisted the doorknob. The door opened.
Hey, it opened.
What?
Yeah, the others must have found the Jupiter key.
Well, what are we waiting for?
As he spoke, he shoved the door the rest of the way open. But didn't we have to use the sun key to get here? And they didn't have the sun key, right? That's the B deck. This is the C deck. It's the shower. This was... Where's the long hallway? Is it this? No, because these are the 4 doors. The 7, 3, 8. I don't get it. Where was door 2? It was on the left. Yeah. Door 2 was on the very bottom floor. They rushed through and stopped cold.
Oh, what?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. What the frick? 3 people lay dead on the floor covered in blood.
Why?
And they're not exploded, so it's not fake bodies. Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think, he couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank. Yeah, June's missing.
What the hell?
So did she escape, or is she the criminal?
What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Also, even not considering the why, how? How could she do it? Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
With her hands and arms. You know what I mean? Ace is like a big dude. Santa's a young feller. Clover, she doesn't seem especially strong, but like still. It'd be 3 against 1.
The murderer?
The murderer. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies.
She got strong feelings about this plot twist.
That means that the person who had killed them was...
I mean, they keep talking about how there might be someone else that's Zero, so like, I don't know why they would assume it was her necessarily.
No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They followed. I mean, what were they even killed with? Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Did they go through door 6? Where did they go through? Santa... Shh. Santa's 3, Clover's 4, that's 7. Plus Ace is 8. Plus June, who is 6, so that's 14, so 5? No, they didn't go through door 5. Is my math all wrong? 7, 11, 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. So they didn't go through a door, did they? They were just like hanging out and waiting? Mom-in-law is yawning, so you have explained that no, they're ferocious wars. It's spreading! But...
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
What the hell is this?
Okay, so how did someone open this door without the key? Because we had the sun key.
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
And how would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out towards the bow of the ship? Bow? Bow. Okay. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
But I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped towards the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door. Oh. There we go.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this. The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Yeah, that's true.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get any worse? 3 people were already dead.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be.
So now June is dead?
This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something. Or a dream. It's made up.
It wasn't real, right? June. No, the code names meant nothing now. Did he get stabbed? Connie. Oh, so she's dead too. What the heck happened? Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. Did Snake kill everybody? But he wouldn't kill his sister. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie, hang on.
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder. She moaned and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man. Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do not to break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No kidding.
No way. I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Oh, don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on. All right, Connie? You... Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something, anything. A submarine?
What's that?
What? Then he saw it. A small submarine. A yellow submarine.
A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back to look down at her.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No, don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you. Jumpy, when I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know you meant a lot to me when we were kids?
Maybe that's how we got separated, right? Because we were friends as kids, and then she moved away or something. We thought, but maybe she was one of the kids that was taken in the previous experiment.
I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot?
Wouldn't she have come back after the 9 days?
Kids?
Yeah, but maybe her family, like, wanted to move away after or something. Or wouldn't let her go back to school.
We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times and then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they'd ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. How? Literally the only other person is Snake, right? His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood, 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet, it was gone. What? Why did the killer take the bracelet? He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. At least show me the killer's face! And then, he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses, those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now, Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who? I mean, it must have been Snake, right? There's nobody else. Unless there's people that we don't know about. Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Maybe he was never put in the coffin this time? I don't know. The end. Or is it? Burn, burn, burn. We all died by a yellow submarine. That's the achievement name. Would you like to save the info you obtained during this playthrough? After saving, the game will restart from the beginning. Please select the save slot. Oh baby, look at that. So we got 4 more endings to go. Nice. We got the submarine ending. This one should be easy to get. You just go to the right. I don't know what the key is though. Maybe this means I can't go to the right yet. We might have to go over here first. This was door 3. This is door 8. So we gotta do door 7 next, maybe? Do you restart and then just click through to it? Yeah, I think so. What is this locked over here mean? I don't know why there's a lock there. Or a key. JD says it means you don't have / didn't do something specific. Well, we can at least go to the left here, I think. The 3, 7, and 8 doors. Can't you skip around to scenes, or is that just
we really don't have a choice now.
Yep, we can skip around here. But today, friends, we will stop here. I have D&D at 4, and then I also have D&D at 8. So we're gonna save, and I'm gonna go eat some food before D&D. Thank you for hanging out with me, though, guys. We'll stop here for today. Katie says, wow, so door 3 is a bad door no matter what. Seems like it, yeah. Seems like you can't win with door 3. This plus 2 D&D, that's a busy day. It sure is. But, oh. It's TP's affiliate anniversary. Let's go read TP. Alright. What should we say? Bum. Non-encrypted raid? No. Yellow submarine raid. Alright. Jem says, thanks for the rare Saturday stream. Yeah, of course. Thank you for coming by for it, guys. Alright, we will go raid TP. I hope you all have a good rest of your Saturday, a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye!